With me once again, I have Mr. Mythic and I have Mr. Falam, aka Chad, aka Chadwick.
Woo!
Chadwick,
I just call you. I think I'm the only one who calls you Chadwick.
Think
maybe.
so.
I don't know. But anyway, we've got the first of our double header going on tonight, and it's going to be Team 12 versus Night Owl. Night Owl with a win. They're pretty much in the thick of things. They'd be at 14 points.
Right.
And Team 12 with a win would also be right in the thick of things. They're sitting at 9 right now, and they would move to 12. How crazy would that be? Team 12 at 12 points.
Yeah, that would be crazy. I mean, they still wouldn't be top 6 at that point, but
No,
would
but
have a good shot.
they'd be tied
Sure.
for it, wouldn't they?
Yes, with the current standings until this weekend.
That's assuming you guys win.
Very true.
Or later tonight if Blind Bandits get a point.
That
Right.
is true. That is true. Anyway, let's move on to these maps, and we're going back to Oregon. What a surprise! What a shock! Who could have seen this coming? It's fine. Oregon's a very popular map. It's a very simple map. People like it. We have Night Owl starting on the attack and Team 12 starting on the defense. Let's look at these rosters. Team 12 has 2 subs tonight. They have Hobbs and Yuri. Actually, is apparently a permanent member.
Oh, nice.
So we do have, sadly, Light has left us, it would appear. Blanket still remains, however, as does Tribsy. Gerard, I don't know if it's... I guess that would be Hobbs then in the place of Gerard. So they actually only have 1 sub tonight. And
Right.
then average/scary Terry, who wowed us with their Dokaibi and their DMR skills in their game against Cocked and Loaded. Over on the side of Night Owls, we have no subs tonight. We do have Raibo, I Am MacD, DNA, Karma, and the Commissioner himself, Jay Mosey.
Right.
Any predictions going into this game?
I think this might be another overtime. I'm kind of hoping for it. We didn't get one yesterday. I was kind of hoping for that. We may get one tonight. We have 2 really strong teams here, and I think they're both really vying to get that spot in the contending. So I think it'll be a good game.
Mm-hmm.
Very even teams, and we're going to a standard map that both teams should know really well. So it can go either way. I'm hoping for overtime
Right.
as well.
I am also hoping for overtime, and I'm hoping for maximum chaos in the standings. So either of these teams winning will do that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So let's go ahead, and without further delay, let's get right into it. I'm going to go ahead and make sure I hit the Go Stream button on Discord.
Thank you.
You can both see this, correct?
Yes.
All right, then let's get into it. A hearty good luck, have fun for both of these teams, and I'm hoping for a good game. But I would also, for once, I would like a game that doesn't have massively chaotic final rounds.
Yeah. Please don't plant in the middle of site with 3 people in the area on the other team.
Hey, it makes for some chaotic fun, though.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's very
At least
fun.
for us.
Anyway,
Let's
let's see. Team 12 starts on defense, so they'll get the first ban. I wonder if we'll see some actually unique bans here, or if we're just going back to the standards. Looks like we're back to the standards, at least for Team 12's ban.
Yep.
Come on,
Last
Night
game,
Owls.
we saw some weird ones for sure.
We did
Now
see
we're
some weird ones.
probably gonna see Jackal or maybe a Finka ban here.
I'm gonna
Maybe
call an
even
Osa
Osa.
ban, and if I'm right, I'm gonna be so happy.
I would say probably either a
Flores.
Flores or a Jackal.
Oh, Flores for sure, but
Not fun.
All right, boring attacker bans. Let's see the other 2 bans. I do think Flores. I don't know. Flores is still one of the best operators to take on Oregon.
yeah, I'd rather have him ban than Jackal here because honestly, Jackal isn't really worth a ban,
Right.
but Flores can do a lot, especially for that bottom floor push when you're pushing into elbow.
Right. Unless there's a mute on board. Mutes are annoying as all hell to deal with as someone who plays Flores quite a bit. Because
Or you could just ban mute.
the radius is so weird in regards to the mute jammers and the explosions. And Cade is the final. So these are pretty stock standard bans. Nothing really too surprising here.
Yeah, so we're gonna see elbows can be played a lot. but they're not going to be able to contest the E-Box hatch. So, a bit
Right.
mix of stuff.
E-Bucks hatch will be open pretty freely.
Yeah.
Now we do see Zero brought by MacD, DNA on Finka, Ribo on the Nomad, Mosey on the Maverick on the side of the attack. Meanwhile, we have Scary Terry on Valkyrie, Hobbs on Bandit, Trivsy on Rooney, Smoke with Yuri, and then Blanket is running the Malusi. Very, very good. Malusi is an operator that I feel like not a lot of people are bringing as much anymore, but it's still an incredibly useful operator.
Absolutely.
She's really good. I am concerned with the lack of Jaeger here. Wherever that smoke shield is going, it's probably gonna disappear real quick. But we'll see.
Asking if Azami is allowed. Azami is allowed, and I believe, as I have been told, I believe Sense will be allowed when he does release.
Right.
Or they. I don't know full. I think that. I don't know what they're called. Because they're non-binary, and I don't want to misgender. Yeah, they're non-binary.
I missed that part of the reveal.
5 seconds left.
I don't think they, like, full revealed it, but in the... It was like a selling point that people did for a while, and in the bio, I don't think they ever get called by, like, a gendered pronoun.
Oh.
Well, it looks like Team 12 here is playing really aggressive with the pit wall open in the trophy. Oh, never mind.
Someone has decided they don't like that. To be honest, I fall in and out of love with that setup. I think if you're playing dining, or if you're playing kitchen meeting, I think that's a pretty good setup to allow the guy in attic to play aggressive and aggro. But when you're playing just purely top floor, it can cause a lot of issues for your defense.
Right.
Yeah, I personally wouldn't open that wall for that top floor hold.
Yeah. It caused some issues on my team's defenses when we went there against Puppies and Kittens.
Looks like both teams are getting ready to deal with the master side push.
It does indeed. Is that Mav? Mav is working all on his lonesome. Or is he on his lonesome? Nope. So the standard take usually for attic nowadays is you have your Maverick create a line, and you have a player hold it from far back. Probably, usually I would say a Nomad, so that way Nomad can set up an air jab behind them to watch flanks.
Right.
Nomad holds that long angle to prevent anyone from contesting while the Maverick continues making that hole on the bottom right side, as we saw. Meanwhile, on the other side of the map, it is the job of the other players to get that wall open, and it sounds like that's exactly what they did. MacD bringing those hard breach gadgets to a 0, able to get that wall open.
Yeah, they naded through the game's window there, so with the lack of Jaeger, that was an easy way to get the wall.
Right, that's Diffuser down, though. That is Diffuser down in attic. I wonder if they're aware of that. Possibly not. Trivsy picks up the second after Yuri gets the opener onto Mosey. This is quickly spiraling out of control for the side. Oh, but Karma manages to pick up Blanket. Sheesh, I'm just missing all the action today. Sometimes you have it, and sometimes you don't.
It can be a bit of a luck-based
close.
game.
So close for Karma picking up that kill. This is actually really interesting over here, this setup. They only have a rotate. They don't have head holds. Usually you like having those head holds to be able to contest and deny from top white.
Yeah, usually you'll see a big vaulting rotate there instead of crouching as well.
Yes, we usually do. I believe we have Scary Terry who is remaining off site. He can afford to with that C4. And it looks like this attack is kind of slowed down just a bit.
This should be a defensive hold here, but they're getting the plant down on concrete door.
They are. This is C4able if they get the call, but it looks like they're not going to. They are going to get the one player. Karma picks up Hobbs. Oh.
And the air jab goes
The
down.
air jab goes down, knocking Yuri further back. This is a really strong position, though, for the side. Oh, that's another pick from Karma. That's 3 for them on the round. They will need the ace. That's 4. You won't get the ace, though.
Oh.
Just aiming a little too high. That's a scary round for the side of Team 12, but they pull it out and deny Night Owls this first attack.
Defender mission
Was that
successful.
Claymore on the breach?
It was on the breach.
It was.
Wow.
He hopped through, maybe trying to go for the flank, but
Yeah. I mean, that was the correct play from the defense if that Claymore wasn't there. So,
Absolutely. I was actually worried about the fact that Zofia was not, that Karma was not looking over at that breach because you knew someone was going to come through it.
mm-hmm.
yeah.
Anyway, we do see now going down to the basement. I would say probably the basement is the strongest defensive site on this map at this point.
I think I'd agree. I think that it's so easy to, especially when you're holding elbow, to just hold the defenders off. And if you can waste enough time and then get that reinforcement on elbow, it's difficult to take that position.
Correct, unless you bring a Mav, obviously.
Attackers need to
If you bring a Mav and a Flores, it's actually very difficult for the defense because they have to hold elbow for as long as possible in that regard. So you just make a line, and it's very difficult to contest off of that.
It does look like the attackers will switch to exactly what you said. They are now bringing a Mav and Flores.
It's like they can hear me.
This mute is going to be very impactful with the Flores here.
It is going to
We'll
be
see
very
if they
impactful.
place the jammers correctly for smoke and elbow.
They've actually brought Mozzie as well, so it looks like they're prepping for that exact circumstance to try and deny as much intel and as many
10
drones
seconds
as they
remaining.
physically can.
That brings up a good question.
seconds left
Can
before-
Mozzie get a Flores drone?
No, when it grabs onto the
Yeah.
Flores drone, it immediately destroys it.
Defuse a bomb.
That's
Yeah.
good. I like that. I think that's how it
Yeah.
should
How
be.
did you not know that? Flores has been out for a year now.
I don't play Mozzie or Flores. I don't know these things.
He's been out for a year!
I don't know these things.
Yeah, the Flores drone will not explode, it'll just crumple.
Yeah, it'll
Like
just
it's,
it'll just dissipate into the
That's so
ether.
sick.
Yeah.
That said, that actually kind of makes Flores a decent counter to Mozzie, because you can get rid of all three of those pests and have a Flores drone left. And Mozzie, those pests are just useless.
Yeah, you can. Or you can just shoot the pass, depending.
You can, but sometimes they're in awkward positions.
Yeah.
Oh no!
Oh,
So aggressive by that smoke.
that's a lot of damage on Raibo.
Definitely freaks him out too as well. And Mosey once again with this diffuser stepping up into a very aggressive position. It looks like they want to do a nade and Flores drone. Nade does not go off, gets caught by an ADS. Oh, he's got black ice on the M4. That's so unfair. That's a Cade Claw that goes down. I don't know if that Flores drone was able to get that position. It was able to get into the proper position, but as we said before with those mute jammers, that mute
Yeah, you
jammer
have to
just
go-
denied it.
Yeah, you have to go wide to the left there to get the shield with the mute jammer there. But it's really hard if the smoke is being aggressive.
Yes, will say, completely missed. Mosey picks up the opening kill onto the Jaeger of Hobbs. Then Karma continues his previous strong round. Oh, I love the PDW so much. It's one of my personal favorite guns now. Oh, and he's going to find another. And he will find the other onto Trivsy. Karma having himself a day so far, sitting at 6-1. He'll get healed back up a bit. And now all that's left is Smoke and Valkyrie. Smoke will pick up one, almost a second. Just a hail of
By
fire.
attackers.
And he
So
just
many
stand-
bullets.
He's probably just thinking to himself, by God, I only have 16 bullets. Calm down. Scary does pick up one, though. That's onto Raibo. The Flores down, but Osa will set up her shield. And a plant will be going down from Mosey. Already used a C4 previously, so won't be able to deny this plant.
Attackers are active.
Here's the Finka. And trades.
Ooh, but the trade.
Wow.
That extra health came in very, very clutch right there for that Finka.
That was a really strong attack. It seemed like they weren't contested from the E-box, even though the head holes were there.
I think they were, and I think that's where the opening pick from Hobbs came from.
Oh, okay.
We do see a return to that bottom floor. Maybe we'll see two back and forth attacker-sided maps on Oregon. Because we saw one last week with Puppies and Kittens versus Vivid Polar. I believe the attackers won a total of 7 rounds. Which
Right.
I
One in
think,
regulation.
yeah, it was a regulation 7 out of the 12 rounds. There we go. I was thinking of the number.
Yep.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
So far, I mean, we've seen a perfect back and forth. We saw Team 12 win. I think it was 4 versus 1 at the end there. And we saw Night Owls win just then. 3 versus 1, I believe.
Yeah, 3 versus 1. It was a 4v1.
Yeah, but after the trade. I guess
Yeah,
3v0.
but then it was a 3v0, so.
Right.
Yeah. We'll see. The defense here is opted not to bring Maldonado, which is fine. But they don't have the mute Flores.
5 seconds to go.
Night Owls isn't bringing that this time.
With how aggressive Yuri was last round, it may not matter. He was pretty good about swinging when he needed to.
Yeah.
Right. It could be just purely they saw the fact that that mute jammer was going to prevent them from doing anything, and they just figured, you know what, let's just focus on it. Alright, we did talk about how Yuri was doing a very good job holding. Yuri gets a little aggressive there, and gets, I believe that was a pre-fire?
Maybe he must have punched the wall and
He must have, and another big thing to note here is the only attacker down here right now is that Finka. Probably just meant to make a lot of noise. And it looks like that's exactly what it is. Oh my goodness, Malusi's not even looking in the right direction. Who is this pushing up?
it's about to be shot in the back. There it is.
There
That's a
it
free kill for Karma.
is. Free kill for Karma, who's now sitting at a strong 7-1. And Team 12 is struggling now. That first round looked really strong for them, but now, you know, they just can't cover enough ground.
But, you know, they do have the Valve cams for those 2 dead players to play on, so, I mean, it may still be possible for Team 12 to win this round.
It looks like that's exactly what we're getting with those Valve cams.
Yeah. They are in a 3v5 and they don't have that smoke.
They don't have a
That died
smoke.
at the start of the round.
They do still have the C4 in the pocket of Terry.
Bomb located by
They
attackers.
have like no denial outside of that. And now
Yeah.
all these hatches are going to start getting opened, and there's just too many angles to watch. As Karma picks up, and there goes the C4. That's all the denial gone from the side of Team 12. The only thing they can do now is shoot. It does sound like Hobbs will be shooting.
A bomb has been located.
Nades
It's like
come
one's-
raining down.
One's playing hallway and the other is in bunker, I believe. Yeah.
Yes. Trivsy is going to hold bunker. He's going to hold specifically this E-box drop. Waiting for Mosey. I believe that is Mosey. Getting the pings, and we'll leave this position to go fight these pings. Hobbs picks up one, can't get the second. There's just too many people, and all that's left now is Trivsy to try and hold back this horde.
It's a good refrag from Raibo. We do see Night Owls playing it very passively. They're making sure not to throw away this round, which happens all the time. You see that gets down to 1 or 2 players, and players will just rush him, but hopefully Night Owls is going to press that advantage and just plant. And we
Now-
do see it occurring.
Yep, now that they know exactly where Trivsy is, they know that he's effectively cut off from being able to get back onto site. They'll set up that bomb, and then they'll probably set up an Oh, the booty! And
So few bullets in that PP Roni? What? Something
the
Roni?
PP?
PP Roni!
The PP Roni? There is a reason why people bring the DMR now, and that's because not only does it hit like an absolute truck, have the 1.5, but it's also because it has more than 16 bullets.
What
Yeah.
is it called?
It's the Roni,
P10.
the
It's the
P10
P10
Roni.
P10. Okay, so there is the P somewhere.
Because you know it,
Yeah.
like it's technically just a chassis, or I forget exactly what it's called, but it's a pistol inside it that makes it full
Right.
auto.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And another round for Night Owls. We saw they had a big numbers advantage. Trizzy was able to get 1, but still, numbers advantage with 3 versus 1. Not much you can do there.
No, not much you can do at all. We do see Azami being picked up now by Blanket. He did ask if he could play it. He was given the okay. So now he's going to bring it. Interesting first Kiba barrier there.
You know,
That looks like a
that
chick.
has
That
Like a
that,
diamond,
that's
it's a sideways diamond.
interesting angles.
well, the worst part of that is it doesn't even fully go down. So if you're standing behind it, you're still clearly visible.
Right.
And not only that, if you're standing directly behind it, you're visible from the window. I think that's just unfortunate. That's the problem with putting that Kiba barrier directly in that shelf. The shelf actually prevents it from full spreading out. Oh, we have another one. That one I like a lot more. That one actually takes the place of the shield you usually have put there.
Defuse bomb.
Yeah.
You just don't have sight lines through. We do see Mosey now bringing the ace. Mekti still playing that 0. Dine playing that Finka. By the way, Karma, we're 3 rounds in. He's sitting at 9-1.
He's doing excellent so far.
He is playing very well so far. TDW, go Burr.
Slight concern for the attacking side here, though, is they did not bring the Maverick this time. And they're going to have to deal with this Bandit and Mute again. But there's no Jaeger, so we'll see.
We do have a defender who's currently standing down. That's Hobbs looking to get aggressive with the Bandit, playing around Shower Corridor and Dining. I heard another Azami go up. Where'd it go? Right there. Oh my goodness, there's 4 of them now. I just realized.
It's covering all the angles.
Just
You know?
a little bunk. And the worst part, which please only give her like 3, but give her all at once. They still have another one in pocket that's slowly filling up.
And what may be an issue, they don't have either a Wamai or a Jaeger to stop nades from either blowing somebody up behind one of those, or even just breaking them in general.
Correct. Rybo pushing up aggressively. They think that someone's in this little corner when it looks like no one is actually there. Terry's playing the cameras. Trivsy. Oh, Trivsy could get a freebie here if they don't drone this out properly.
Yeah.
You'd have to imagine that they're going to re-drone this, wouldn't you?
They should, but Trophy is muted off, so they aren't getting drones in from main stairs.
Trophy is muted off. Oh, that's unfortunate. Alright, so he does get droned out. Hobbs will be the first one picked off by DNA on that Finka. Oh, and that's just hell for Trivsy.
Yeah, with those flashes, not much you can do, especially after that rework.
Oh, and the disrespect. We do have Terry, though, getting a refrag onto DNA. A little late, not exactly where you... But you'll take a kill at this point. You need kills on the side of Team 12 to keep this even.
Yeah. And Team 12 still in a pretty good spot. They have that pulse below.
And they still have their smoke with all 3 canisters.
They do still have smoke with all 3 canisters. Oh, and he'll pick up one beautiful kill.
Attackers have
Just
recovered
waited.
the diffuser.
They're not going to be able to get the walls open now.
They are not, unless the wall was previously open. Terry's sitting in this corner waiting. Oh, I thought that Karma was pushing it.
I thought so too.
He does see
Looks like
there is... Oh, they don't know he's in here. This could be a very big flank coming in from him. They're rappelling up. They won't catch him. They know, he knows where this...
Out.
He does know. He's just going to... Oh, and he gets the headshot!
And he gets him! And that's case down!
That is case, and he still pulls underneath with a C4. That's the round. Awesome roam by Scary Terry.
Beautifully done, just taking his time in security.
Taking the time in security, manages to avoid... Well, avoid all of the drones, I suppose, or at least avoid getting called out. As Team 12 even this back up, 2-2. And now we go back down to Laundry. Let's see if they can... If Team 12 manages to keep this momentum and win this basement site... Oh, never mind. They're swapping to kitchen dining. Personally, I prefer kitchen meeting. Dining is just... It's too easy to get that wall open.
It's a
I
bit
agree.
simpler for both sides. So if you don't have a good strat for meeting, I can see why you're running dining. But we'll see. Let's see if they have something special for it. They are bringing the Maestro here.
We shall
Attackers need to
see.
locate and
Now,
defuse
one of the
bomb.
strats you can do for showers, assuming that Mira is available, is you set up a Mira in this hallway right here, so that you can contest showers and you can contest the site. You make sight lines basically through all across. Another way you can do it, as I believe is what we're going to see right here, you make feet holes at the bottom of the shower wall right there, looking at a small tower. You have someone play with some ADSs and some Maestro cams in a shower, and they're basically just playing their life. Their goal is not to live. Their goal is to take as many of them with them and as much util as they can with them. Oh,
5 seconds
And
remaining.
it looks like Tribsy should be playing his life up here to
Attackers'
help
objective
to
is to
deny the
defuse
wall.
the bomb.
yes.
Because that mute isn't going to do anything to help that wall. Because you can just bring Thermite up here and open the wall
Using
from above.
shield.
Correct. I will
I have
say,
returned with a poppy seed muffin.
congratulations, sir. I had 2 Bluebell ice cream sandwiches earlier. I forgot how good they are.
Bluebell.
What are Bluebell?
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot you're from California. You don't know good ice cream.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Oh, that's unfortunate. Shield versus shield now, as we have Trivsy staring directly at an Osa shield. Does mean that they're fully aware. I feel like this is a very underrated aspect of players. Oh, he'll see MacD and barely miss. But is the willingness to go into these death areas. They're power positions, but they're power positions you aren't coming home from.
Right.
And a lot of players, you know, are very worried about KDs. They're very worried about their kills. That's what they point to after a game to show how they look or how they played. But I mean, look, we've already got... Trivsy has wasted a full minute, has not taken any damage, has wasted a Gone 6, has wasted drones now. Oh, but he will get taken out by Karma eventually. But hey, a minute 10? Plenty of util wasted. They will be
And
aware
did
of
some
these.
damage to Mac.
Yeah, did damage to Mac and Karma. And there's not a Finka on board this time around.
He didn't swing. Think of how much more time he could have wasted. There's no frag grenades on the side, on the attacking side of this round.
Right.
Correct. And that is what is... Oh. Therm, you can go up top, sir. Or they
But
can
then
just... They can just buck above.
Yeah.
There are certain trade-offs. If you go above, it's a vaultable hole. This way, it is a walkable hole.
I do prefer the whole wall being opened here,
Right.
but if you don't have that way to get the denial off the wall, opening it from above is perfectly fine.
Karma sitting at 11 and 1, having an absolute clinic of a game right now. As Team 12 looks to scramble back. It's currently a 5v3, but there is only 45 seconds left, to be fair. DNA wants to jump in this big window, I believe. But I don't know if he knows that there's someone playing above, and I believe that is Scary Terry on the Oryx. It is indeed. Almost pushing up Shower Hall, though. DNA. Oh, we're going to see this fight here soon, and Terry wins out on it. They now know that Terry is above. It looks like they're content with just getting these smoke nades down and possibly going for a plant here. And that's exactly what Mosey will do. Even under the watchful eye of that. Oh, it's going to do a lot of damage, but it won't kill you, Mosey, if you just stick it. A single Maestro Cam does not actually have the capacity to kill someone. And we see...
5 seconds left.
I don't think it does anyway.
Attackers recovering.
As long as you start at full health.
Operators, you are out of time.
Right.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, if you start at full health, a Maestro Cam does not have the capacity to kill you in one blast, because it will overheat
At any
before
rate,
it gets the
it
chance.
wouldn't have killed him there.
Yeah, yeah. Now the question is, why was that Maestro Cam still up? If they're
They got rid of one. I don't think they had the ability to get rid of the other, because remember they used that Gon 6 earlier on the shield.
And they had no nades. They had no Ash. They had no Zofia.
Yep.
They had a Flores, but it may not have occurred to him to hit it.
You might not. It is a little tricky sometimes to get those Flores drones in the harder to reach places that you can put up Maestros, especially under threat of gunfire when people could be shooting at. And keep in mind, Maestro himself could just pop the drone open and get rid of the shoot,
Right.
get rid of the drone.
Right.
Yeah. Never know.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused.
We do see they have once again omitted going back to that basement head and have instead decided to go kitchen and meeting. Now usually the way you play this is you open up the hatch above and you even open up the hatch underneath. What you do is usually have someone... Well, you could have someone with a C4 playing underneath and they can throw it up through E-Box to deny plant on the stage. And even they can throw it over to the sandbag area as well.
Discovered the location of a bomb.
But you usually see a castle or someone playing up top, playing above, and they basically make this whole
10
top.
seconds left
They play
before
kids.
three.
They play what is that called?
Attic.
No, the drop down of attic.
Pit.
Pit. Thank you. They play
Attackers'
pit.
objective is
They don't usually play attic proper, but if they start pushing stage and they feel comfortable enough, they can hop up there and they can deny the plant from above.
Yeah. That attic control isn't necessary for other side, but it's very important to deny the opponents from
Very important.
Impotent.
Impotent. It is impotent.
Impotent.
Impotent, which is the opposite of importance. Well, not the opposite, but doesn't mean quite the same thing. We do see
The
Mosey
opposite of
returning to
potent.
this Thermite. MacD returning to the 0. Ribo's actually running the Yana this time, probably making sure that there's no one playing underneath. Karma once again playing that Osa. Probably going to set up a shield here to look down green to watch their flank. I personally would probably set up the other one over on tower stairs. Oh, well, that's just wall, free and easy.
Right.
There's now nothing that's going to deny the wall being opened, and it looks like Mosey has decided he's going to go ahead and get that wall open first. You want to open up both the stage wall and the attic wall. You want the attic wall
Absolutely.
open to deny the ability to play that top, but it looks like MacD will pick up the first pick. Pick up the first pick. On to Tribs. Shut up. It's like... And now
Stage
both
wall
walls are open, and What a nade by Rybo. He threw that in as the wall opened, I believe, and it manages to pick up Scary Terry. And now you have a lot of control if you're on the side of Night Owls. MACD's gonna push up, be a little aggressive, make sure that this whole area is clean. They have full control of top floor now.
And they still have an Oso shield.
Oh, that is unfortunate. That's Rybo going down. Oh, is that a man with a shotgun pressed right up to the... MACD! Look down the hatch! Oh, well, that's going
But
to
he won't
tell
know.
Yuri. That's going to warn Yuri that there is someone above, and he's not in a safe spot anymore.
You know, these attackers got so much control, but it doesn't seem like they're very eager to push in onto site. And in fact, we see that Karma has already placed his shield not on stage where he can plant, but behind it.
It does indeed look that way. They might be even debating just full rotate. Hey, that C4 being gone? They might even debate just a full rotate over to kitchen side, but it's a little late for
He
that.
has moved his shield forward, but it gets popped.
Goes down, so that Cam can't do anything on stage. They can just go for a plant now.
They absolutely can. All that remains now is poor little Blanket sitting with his Mozzie. I say little because Mozzie is canonically the by far shortest person in all of Rainbow.
Surely not. Cav must be smaller.
Mozzie is very, very short. Mozzie's getting this plant down on the safe side of those boxes, and the C4 won't pick him up. It's now down to Hobbs and Blanket to try and come back from this. Hobbs manages to pick up MACD. Blanket manages to pick up Karma. This is all of a
Beautiful
sudden
shot.
a 2v2. All that's left now is Mosey and DNA.
He should be able to see the feed through the drone hole.
Oh, he will,
He's gonna spot his toe.
and he will
Gonna
cause
get
Mosey
half
to
his
really-
health.
No, Hobbs! If Hobbs
Shot by the
just
Finka.
if Hobbs just
Defenders have eyes on
holds
the
down,
defenders. Attackers need to protect
doesn't un-ADS, he probably wins that fight against that Finka, and now it's just down to Blanket. He'll look to try and get at least one more kill. He will on Mosey, but he's out of time anyway as DNA swings and picks up the final. We're tied 3-3 after the side, and we're swapping sides. I'm flubbing a lot today.
But it's alright. This is the Bro League after all.
I haven't had my caffeine.
No 5 Pepsis or Dr. Peppers?
No, how dare you say Pepsi?
I mean, it is better, but
What?
you take your own pick.
Wait a second.
What?
I think that going with a sandwich. Now, I don't drink soda almost ever, but if I'm going to, I feel like Pepsi with a sandwich is just significantly better than any other option.
Well, then you're just wrong.
Yeah,
Like, that's...
that's just wrong.
You're just... Now, keep in mind, this is not... I would not turn down a Pepsi if offered.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused by
You
attackers.
would? You actually would?
You dislike Pepsi?
I don't like cola.
Yeah, okay, that's... But what I'm talking about, as someone who drinks a lot of soda, Pepsi is arguably the worst. I would even take RC Cola. That's... And that's an obscure one.
Really the worst, like soda?
RC Cola is not the worst soda. It's
No,
better
no, no.
than
I'm
Pepsi.
saying you're saying Pepsi's the worst soda
Oh, absolutely. I would
Really?
take a lot of stuff
over
Pepsi.
7 Up.
7 Up is
7 Up is the worst.
5 seconds.
7 Up
Sprite's
is
good. 7 Up's awful.
Yeah, I have
Attackers must locate
too many
and
memories of
defuse the
7
bomb.
Up that I can't drink it anymore.
interesting. I have a lot of good memories of 7 Up, so
Really?
yeah.
I think
Well,
root beer's decent. I think
It's well, what
Like,
kind of root
Dr.
beer?
Pepper's
Let's-
okay.
Let's start a full war in the chat right now. What kind of root beer?
best
What-
root beers.
Yeah.
Ooh,
That's a tough one. I mean, if you're just doing like a well-known name brand, Mug is good, right?
Yeah, Mugs is pretty good. Bargs is good. A&W is good. Bark. I don't know. I don't know how the key was
Barks?
pronounced.
yeah.
But there's so many better beer brands. I just can't think
Bomb
of the
located
names.
by
There
attacker.
are indeed. By the way, Card, I installed Resistance, that game you recommended. It's eh.
Attackers have located.
Anyway, moving on to the actual round itself, because that was a lot of dead air. We do see Hobbs playing the Finka, Trivsy playing the Therm. They're going to get this wall open. It looks like they want to do mostly an Attic push, because their only hard breach is currently on the side of Attic. He has Black Ice for the 5.56. I was a Thermite main for years, and so it hurts me seeing someone be so rich in ways I can never understand.
Yeah, the wish I had that skin as well.
I wish Thermite was just overall better.
Twitch chat has brought up that Mountain Dew is awful, and I couldn't agree more. Mountain Dew is gross.
Mountain Dew. Okay, I will. But does Mountain Dew even a soda?
Yes, Mountain Dew is a soda.
Is it? Does it have caffeine in it? Or I guess root beer is a soda and doesn't have caffeine, and it does have carbs. Fine. Mountain Dew is the worst soda. Pepsi is second.
Attackers dropped the diffuser.
Oh, that's going to
and
be
Trivia down to
Capcan.
Capcan traps.
That's going to be Capcan traps that get down. Blanket will pick up Mosey, though, to make sure that his teammate will be the first one dead. For some reason, that Finger Boost doesn't pick Trivsy back up. What just happened there? We
Why
have a
did-
C4 come out from Rybo that picks up a kill, but the Finger Boost doesn't pick up Trivsy?
He's not in a Frostmat, so he should... Is it because he's muted?
There's no way that would change it.
Oh, he's
in a
muted!
mute-
But
He's
why
in
would
a-
that change anything?
You can't
The
get
nanobites?
You can't get nanobites in a mute jammer. By the way, during all of that, Team 12 won the round.
Is that real?
Yes, you
It
cannot.
has to be.
You cannot
There's
get
no other
Finka
way.
boosted.
Was that ever posted in a patch notes?
I think it was when Finka almost originally came out. I'm not 100% sure though. Someone in chat, I'm sure, will tell us.
Yeah, we need confirmation on that, but that's the only thing I saw there that could have stopped it.
That's the
I will
only
Google.
thing. Yeah, go ahead and Google.
Finka boosts not work in mute jammers.
Speaking of, by the way, for those of you who watch the esports, NAL starts on the 14th. It has not been delayed. So I'd assume next season is coming out either
Attackers need to
Monday
locate
or
and defuse
Tuesday.
as many bombs as they can.
Usually they release it on Tuesdays. So we'll
Usually
see.
they do. I would expect probably a Monday release. Only because, then again, this might be me expecting too much from dear old Ubisoft to think ahead and be like, hey, since we have people playing, we might want to release it today to make sure it's actually, you know, usable.
We are right. It does stop a player from getting Finka boosted. Also, what it does, which I did not know this, is it stops a blitz from using their ability.
Seconds left before insertion.
What?
Yeah.
Which doesn't make any sense because he presses a button. It's a wire. It's not.
Yeah, but it's still
Wireless.
it's still electric. What do you think wires are?
Locate and defuse
They're
the bomb.
electricity.
I thought it would stop like a, for layman's terms, like a a Bluetooth connection. I don't know. What do they do?
Mute
What is a mute
jammers.
jammer?
Mute jammers stop electricity.
Yeah, they stop any electric signal.
But if it's next to a bandit charge, it doesn't change anything.
Well, yeah, because if it did that, that would be stupid.
But it would be
This game
consistent.
It's a selective EMP. It's a selective EMP, Mythic.
Here's what we're gonna say. Does Blitz's shield have a bigger battery than a car battery?
If it does,
No.
and Blitz is able to move at the speeds he can while carrying that shield around, he's stronger than Monty or Oryx.
Especially the 4-speed blitz on release.
Yeah. Oh my god, I remember those. It looks like we're just gonna get a very aggressive side from Team 12. Oh, he almost shot his own Twitch drone. They know that there's someone stuck in that corner. Karma will pick up the first pick onto Blanket. Trivsy wants to get this plant down, but he can't. Well, I believe that's DNA is sitting right there with a shotgun. Rybo's playing Chala. Karma's watching from there, and they're pushing a heavy freezer push too. Karma's fighting for his life.
And he seems to be doing well. 13-3 so
He
far
can
this game.
see
He
the
has a lot of kills.
shotgun. He can see the shotgun, but you can't shoot
But he
it.
can't shoot at him.
Oh no! Wait, you can shoot at the hand, I
He
think.
could. I think he could also
No,
get
the
up onto the
hand was
box and
far
see him
enough.
better. But
That's
they do
the
get the
grenade.
nade on him.
That's going to be one down, and then Karma manages to pick up his second for the round.
Hit down.
Attackers
That's
recovered
Kit
the bomb.
down, but that's also Smoke down. Rybo taking the fight with a Finka and wins it. That's Diffuser down, going to take a more aggressive position. He knows that they have to push back up. Yuri manages to pick up DNA. The last two are over in Freezer. Rybo getting aggressive with it. He's not going to wait for them to come to him. He's going to push down on them. He'll pick up Terry. That's two for Rybo. He won't pick up the third onto Yuri, and now the case is down. He's got a lot of time left. He'll pick up one. Will he pick up the other? The Jaeger Mosey pushes up, and Yuri gets
the
it!
kill. Mosey missing a couple bullets, and Yuri took that advantage. He used it.
LMG go burr.
LMG go burr. It's so good.
It's
Wow.
please nerf
Just
Ubisoft.
one small error punished. And he
One
wins the
small
1v3.
error. I think that was just over-aggression by the side of Night Owls.
Yeah, if that smoke had not pushed down into Freezer, he got the early pick on Zoe, that's fine.
Yeah, I think Raibo did the right thing. He got that early pick onto Dokaibi. I wouldn't have continued swinging it, especially when you know Azofi is watching.
He was feeling it though.
Maybe-
It looked like he had it.
Yeah, maybe if you coordinate with the Melusi and Freezer so you double swing at the same time, because even with an LMG, you can only shoot one place at a time. We have a return down to this basement level. Karma sitting at 14 and 4. However, his team is behind by 2 rounds against Team 12. 12 are looking pretty good right now.
They are looking strong. All of them playing pretty well right now.
That's a very balanced scoreboard, and that's what you love to see. Scary Terry's a menace with that DMR and that SMG-12 is starting to look like. Came out of really nowhere, too. I'm impressed.
10 seconds to insertion.
We've had a lot.
Maybe
Go ahead.
maybe a little bit of miscommunication here with Night Owls. They're setting up the shield for Freezer with all the ADSs right now, but with
Seconds to
nothing
locate
there.
a bomb and defuse
Right.
it.
Oh, they do have a second shield.
They have a second shield due to Karma, because Thorn has a shield.
Oh yes.
Yeah, I did not see that.
Mosey is shaking his head. No, no, no. No, no, no. I don't know what he's...
Swapping max.
He's angry at the walls. He's fighting his demons.
The walls are speaking to him. It looks like we might have a very similar push this time around. Look
It's like
like
Team 12 really likes this laundry push. Laundry and Freezer.
it does indeed. Mac is looking to get a little aggressive here. He'll pick up a drone and probably just scamper on out of there. I love that word, scamper.
I was gonna say the exact same thing. If you didn't say that, I was just about to say I love the word scamper.
It's just a fun word. It's like a whimsical word.
Right.
It is, yeah.
He's searching for the first pick, but he... Oh!
Hobbs is gonna hear those rings.
Hobbs
Right,
is going to
across
do
the
those
map.
rings. Mosey managed to pick up a kill and will just reinforce off elbow. Probably a good call. That's the Yana dead! Oh, and the Therm will see the mute before the mute sees the Therm. This is a very aggressive shield. That's actually a very problematic shield. Because if Freezer pushes down, that shield will not provide you protection, good sir. I guess the hope is that he'll get warnings if people push down. He will shift over and move into the Chala position anyway.
Yeah, that was laundry hatch opened up.
That is laundry hatch opened up. Yuri seems to know that he cannot move up as it stands right now. He probably suspects that there's someone playing on that box beside him, which is a pretty common spot to play on Freezer, so he's asking for someone to come over and nade the top of it before he pushes up.
Yeah.
You know though, they also do have a nade that they could use on that A chassis player. They can throw it straight through the laundry hatch.
They can indeed. It's a tricky nade, though. One that I would not recommend. Especially because it's only a 50-50 shot that there's actually someone playing in that corner, but we see a bit of a stalling out by Team
Bomb
12 now.
located by
They don't
attackers.
seem to know fully what to do.
They do have another thermite charge, but the question is, where do they want to use it?
I don't know. That is Thermite, I believe, who was pushing down Freezer as well. They want a Freezer push. It's a tricky one indeed. Thermite
Need to
throwing
make
some
something
smokes out. Hobbs gets picked up by Mosey, and then Karma picks up Trixie. That's Diffuser cold over in Freezer. And we have Yuri pushing up, and he'll just get shut down by DNA, and all that's left now is Scary Terry. A much better hold this time around from the side of Night Owls as they look to crawl their way back in this game.
It's not going on that aggressive run
15
that they did
seconds
last time. Realize it didn't work.
Oh, Scary Terry doing a frowny face. Oh,
5 seconds to go.
Oh, that shotgun has to be terrifying.
yep, he's just dancing around the hatch. And Night Owls win their first defense and bring us in 4-5. It's getting spicy.
You know, it seems that round, Mosey talked to the walls and they told him where the enemies were because he got some good plays there.
Mosey canonically speaks to walls. Mosey, I'm screaming.
Are we going to see top floor again? It looks like we are.
It looks like we will be seeing top floor once again on the side of Night Owls. Looks like pretty similar lineups being brought consistently by Team 12. It looks like the most variation is Hobbs and Blanket will swap back and forth between what they're bringing. MacD's going to run the Alibi. Raibo's back on the Mute. Mosey's on the Bandit. Maybe feeling himself, maybe warming up a little bit now. DNA bringing the Echo, and Karma bringing the Melusi.
Attackers need to
What was the last what was the last game we saw that didn't go to 7-5 at them?
Your match went to 7-5. The match yesterday went to 7-5.
I don't think ours.
Our match went to 7-4.
That is true. Your match went to 7-4. It's been a while though.
Done a couple of matches to 7-5.
We're not seeing basically any blowouts anymore. And that's a good thing.
10 seconds left before insertion.
I would agree.
Blowouts are fun to play in as the team that's winning, not really fun to watch, and not really fun to be a part of as the losing team.
Attackers
Right.
are moving out to locate a bomb and defuse it.
That shield and pit.
Shield and pit, you say? I am always mixed about it. I get why the shield is there, but at the same time, how useful is it really?
I think it's good. I think especially because when you're getting swung by Attic players, they're kind of vulnerable. In order to swing you, they have to go out in the open. If you have some cover that you can see them through, it's a really big advantage.
So I have with it is there's no Jaeger or Wamai.
That is indeed true. I hadn't quite noticed that yet, as we have everyone droning, it seems like, the top of Armory and Master. Another drone gone. Night Owls has done a pretty good job of destroying these drones. Oh, that's a Twitch drone that has managed to sneak its way in. It will get the bandit batteries, but it can't get the other one. Blanket picks up the first kill onto Rybo. Looks like Mute decided to swing out. DNA is now stuck, and Hobbs will pick him up. This is looking very good for Team 12 as they look to guarantee some points here. Mosey will pick up one through the floor on Trivsy. Get a couple shots off onto Hobbs, but we'll have to scamper on away. Blanket will take a hell of a lot of damage now. So that's Heartbreach down, but I do believe Master Wall is already open, so that's not the worst thing in the world. Mac takes a lot of damage from a nade.
Almost dying.
Almost dying. That is correct. Mosey is slowly lurking back up. He's definitely warming up now. Mac, Karma, and Mosey, 3 players that have done very well so far.
And they don't have any denial left, so let's see how this goes.
Oh, I thought Blanket was about to just dome his teammate on Big Window accidentally. But thankfully that's not what just happened.
Yep.
You do see Terry. Blanket has Diffuser in hand, probably waiting for a couple of his teammates to rotate around to help cover his advance. Twitch drone knows where that alibi is now, probably. Hobbs giving the calls. Mosey still lurking underneath. Doesn't have C4 in hand, but could be a thorn in the side of his opponents. Right as Blanket picks up Mac, that's alibi officially put in the dirt over on Game's window. I believe that is Scary Terry. Probably saw the rotate over by Karma, so they know they have him stuck. He'll take quite a bit of damage and he'll have to rotate back. He's trying to get back on site and prevent this plant as Mosey's slowly creeping up White Stairs. Oh, just misses the run across. Going for that default plant spot. Do they know someone's on the window? He will get the head anyway!
Getting away with a sliver of health.
Karma gets Hobbs! They know that someone's in. And then Yuri gets brought down by Karma! Oh my goodness! Barely any health, and Night Owls manages to bring this round back!
Yeah. And
5
just
seconds to go.
small
Oh!
Ooh, good shot though.
Good
And he's
job
gonna
by
get his
Terry.
kill.
Out of
He
time.
will get
And it
his
counts.
kill.
This game is going to 5-5.
We're tied 5-5. What a round, though. Night Owls digging deep. Mosey able to swing across, just get the angle onto Finka's head and get that kill, and then Karma able to swing off of that and pick up the guy in Trophy.
Now, we saw this exact same situation of the score occur yesterday. We saw 5-5. Whoever wins this round guarantees at least a point.
Guarantees
Yep.
at least a point indeed.
And when you're as low in the standing as either of these teams, any points matter.
Right. I mean, realistically, right now, points matter for every single team in the league. I believe that we
Yeah.
found that nearly every single team can make a comeback.
Attackers need to locate.
I believe every team but Emotional Damage is still in the running.
Right.
Yes.
Which that is not us making fun of Emotional Damage, God forbid. They've had very, like I've said before in previous casts, they've had very unfortunate circumstances with their teammates. That roster has seen a lot of turmoil and a lot of, I don't know what the full word is. reinventing of itself. It's
Rotations.
not rotations. It was not a recipe for success. Those players have played admirably, though, pulling off some upsets.
Absolutely.
They have 2 wins under their belt. They did good.
10 seconds
right.
remaining.
And those wins could become they could end up being the difference in some teams making the playoffs or not. And that's always fun.
Attackers must locate.
Do you see
and
these
defuse the
attackers
bomb.
now? They're bringing 3 sets of smokes and 2 sets of frag grenades. Just saying, you're not allowed to see anything anymore.
Yeah, I wonder why the Thermite has opted not to bring flashes if they already have 2 sets of smokes.
It could be that they just don't realize. It could also be maybe they have something set up or planned with those smoke grenades. Sadly,
6
they are...
smokes.
Yeah, 6 smokes.
They can decide that they want a whole site to be blind, and it would be effective.
Yep.
Except for Maestro.
That's a gun 6 going off
Except for
somewhere.
Maestro.
As Mosey picks up the first, it looks like they just wanted to do a rush here. And Blanket will pick up 2 as they just walk in on each other. Oh, but it'll get down through the wall by Mac. And this is all of a sudden even back up at 3-3. Hobbs is in sight. Terry's in sight. Trivsy is a bit of a distance, but he's going to pick up. They know where he is now. He won't fall to that second cap can. Hobbs picks up DNA. This is now a 2v3, and it's getting a little scary for Night Owls. Terry runs into a cap can, will take some damage. Trivsy's looking to try and get this plant down, but with the health he is currently at, that will be difficult to do. Unless they are aware that the Maestro is dead.
And Jaeger is
Oh,
still
Mac
up.
picks up 1! Jaeger is slowly
Jaeger
working
came
his
down.
way down.
Oh! Oh no.
Oh no, he just misses 1, but they know Diffuser is down and cold, and so Jaeger's gonna play over by Small Tower while Mac is stuck left to his own devices. We'll get into a fight with Hobbs and lose out on it. It's down to Karma, who is 17-5. Hobbs and Terry both sitting at 9 kills. They'll need to break one of them will need to break double digits to win this round. They know where Karma is now. But Karma will know where they are thanks to that Maestro cam. Oh, he will just miss a couple shots. He doesn't know where the Dokaibi is coming from, though. It looks like Terry's going to rotate all the way around him. Maybe not. Karma's still fighting Hobbs here. He'll win the fight against Hobbs! All he has left is Terry now! He knows where Terry is. Terry's being spotted by that Maestro cam. It's down to a 1v1. Karma looking to get getting to 19 kills. He knows now where Terry is, and he'll get it!
Beautiful shot through the breach that that Terry made. What a beautiful shot. That was insane. I think it might have been through the wall.
Night Owls move to 6-5 and look to win this game. Wow.
Yeah.
That
Great
was
use of that Maestro cam there.
beautiful use of that Maestro cam. You love Maestro. Maestro is such an underrated operator right now.
And now Night Owls with a chance to make it up to 14 points if they win this round. However, if they lose it, their best bet is 13.
Yeah, and they're looking to get all 3 points from this game. They only have 6 after this game. They only have a total of 6 points left on the board.
Right.
And then immediately following this game, they're probably going to be rooting for Vivid Polar come Saturday.
Right.
Blind Bandits versus who's the other team tonight?
Blind Bandits versus Team Conspiracy. Conspiracy is sitting at 13 points. Blind Bandits are sitting at 11, I believe. So actually, I guess they're also rooting for Blind Bandits.
Rooting for Blind
Yes.
Bandits or Conspiracy?
Blind Bandits sitting at 12. Night Owls currently at 11.
They're rooting for Blind Bandits because if they're sitting at 14, Conspiracy wouldn't pass them with a loss. And Blind Bandits would just be tied with them. I guess maybe that game doesn't really matter to them, but it'd be better because Blind Bandits would be tied with them and Conspiracy would be a point behind if Bandits managed to win in regulation.
You know, to be
Whereas-
quite honest, I didn't know that Thorn could throw her gadgets. I thought she had to place them on the wall.
Mythic, do you even know any operators besides Twitch?
I play Finka a little bit.
Okay.
You know,
all the older operators I know, but the new people I'm just not familiar with.
It's very true.
gotta
And
play
Nate is
more
going to come
guys.
out from Terry. Oh, run, Mac! Mac does manage to run just in time, too, as it looks like Zoph is looking to make her entry over on White. That's both Finka nades gone. All that's left now are in the version of nades. Are those nades sitting in the pocket of Mr. Blanket on the sledge?
Full control of Zulu and security.
They do have full control of Zulu and security, that is true. And also some smoke canisters coming out very early. We're not even a minute into this round yet. Yuri will do a lot of damage to DNA, it would appear, as he's already pushed up. He's already picked up so much ground, meanwhile, in Freezer. Mosey is the first one down, knocked out by Trivsy. Trivsy managed to get that first opening pick. Everyone has black ice on guns I want. Yuri takes some damage from possibly a Thorn Gadget. Not fully sure. Terry picks up Karma. That is a big, big pick. Running out of room here. Mac manages to pick up Blanket. That's the sledge gone. Yuri manages to pick up Mac. And then Rybo! Just one more! Pre-fire into Chala. They've played Chala quite a bit.
One bullet left on DNA to take him out of the game.
Yep. And guarantee at least a point for the side of Team 12.
It's nowhere to go. Any way he goes,
Nowhere to go, and Hobbs will pick up that kill, sending us to
overtime!
To overtime.
all three of us called it.
We did call it indeed. Night Owls is going to start on that defense, and I don't really think there's a favorable side here. Both teams have gone 3-3 on their attacks and their defenses.
Yeah. But they are going to Laundry, which, if I remember correctly, is 3-1 or 3-2 in favor of the attack. Maybe even 4-1.
Laundry is, I believe, 4-1 in favor of attack. I believe you're right. I believe both teams have lost it twice, and the only team to have successfully won it on an attack has been Night Owl, or on a defense.
Yes, Night
Attackers need
Owls.
to locate
Has been
and
yeah,
defuse as many bombs as they can.
Channeling Mythic right now on that Twitch.
Yep.
Can't kill anyone with other guns.
Okay. Okay, Hobbs.
Oof. It's funny because Mythic and I have been playing a lot of CSGO recently, and it hurts. It hurts not being able to walk and shoot at the same time. It feels
Play that game, you
wrong.
forget what a luxury it is to be able to do it here.
Yeah.
Also, reload canceling.
Yes, you can't reload cancel in CSGO.
Yes, you can.
No, you can't.
No, you can't.
Attacker's objective is
You're stuck reloading.
I
I think with
This is Living
shotguns,
Valor.
I think with shotguns you can, but you can't with like
Yeah.
AKs and stuff.
Yeah.
My evil eye has
Mac will be going back to that beautiful P90.
Oh. You can, but it doesn't let you shoot any faster. It's just the same amount of time.
Yeah.
So you technically cancel the reload animation, but the animation still prevents you from shooting afterwards.
Right.
Yes. Yeah, you're stuck you're not able to shoot until the full reload goes through, whereas in Siege you can not reload and just start shooting right out of the reload animation.
Right. Interesting. So it just, you might as well just let the animation
You might as well
finish.
just let it go.
Yeah.
Because then you don't risk messing it up.
Vivo does get one drone. Also, Team 12 down to only 5 drones total. I guess that doesn't include the Twitch drones, however. They're going to get this laundry hatch open, and it looks like they want to push laundry pretty harshly. Hobbs will get aggressive, already moving down to the bottom here. Covering a Twitch drone that I thought was going to immediately be shot. Hey Hobbs, you can't open those anymore with the Twitch drones.
If only.
It's a sad nerf. I don't understand why they nerfed her in that way.
I don't really understand either, but
Attackers have dropped the bomb.
Mosey picks up the first pick on Trimsy. Run, Mosey! Run!
Wow.
Manages
And he
to...
steals those tolls that were made.
Yes, he does. That's hard breach down with, I believe, only the hatch open. Mac manages to pick up another onto Blanket.
Attackers
We have
have
some
dropped
of the
bomb.
OGs coming alive. I'm sure they're probably thinking, though, God, where was this last round when we could have gotten the 3 points?
Right.
You know, the last thing Night Owls wants right now is for Mosey to get aggressive here. He's still wasting a ton of time.
He is indeed. It looks like Yuri is taking, or someone at least is taking the time to drone him. Never mind, they've fully abandoned this. They had Terry pick up Diffuser, and they're just leaving Mosey alone now. They don't got time for that. God, remember when that was like the meme? Oh!
Nobody got time for that.
Oh! Yuri picks up 2 after, I believe, a 1-tap onto DNA.
It sure sounded like it.
Sure sounded like it indeed. Mosey will pick up 1 from a... Oh, no, sorry. Mosey is going to pick up...
So close.
That was
With
Diffuser,
that LMG,
too.
you can cover fire yourself for
Yeah.
years.
That
Correct.
should have been Terry dead there.
That should have been Terry dead, but he will get another chance as this hatch is open. And he'll get him that time! That's Diffuser down and cold! Yuri's running out of options. He's got to find these kills. He'll have to kill Mac as soon as possible.
5 seconds
He's going
to
for
go.
this plant now. He gets off to kill Mac. That's a triple kill for Yuri. All that's left now is Mosey.
And
Mosey needs to move
time. It's
fast.
gonna be close here.
Mosey needs to move fast before he gets off with
He's gonna
that.
spot him, and he gets him.
And he gets it.
Defenders have located the
Wow.
diffuser.
That's
Mosey-
the second defensive win here.
Yeah, Mosey was 1-7 at one point, I believe. I do not believe he was having a very particularly
I
strong
think
game.
you're right.
And now he's
He was
sitting at
1-7. He picked up that double kill, and he has continued getting kills from that point on.
That is quite scary. Yuri with the Zofia LMG is not something you want to mess with, clearly.
No. Looks like she just took advantage of the time between calls being heard
I
and
agree.
pushed right up.
I'm actually curious, SHSU, do you think that's Sam Houston State University?
I have no clue.
Do they even... I think they have a pro team. I think they have a collegiate team.
I mean, probably if it's a university.
We do see everyone on the side of Team 12 having double digits. Meanwhile, over on the side of Night Owls, look, 9876.
Team 9876.
19. Technically,
Yeah,
the
well,
difference between
yeah.
them is 10.
If you just cover... Shut up. If you just cover the top one, it's just straight down 9876. Night Owls, though, everyone's doing their job still. I mean, obviously they are, because they're 7 and... They're tied.
They're winning.
Up 7-6 right now.
You struggling a little bit there?
I'm struggling quite a bit here. But
10 seconds to
we'll get
go.
through it. We do have the side of Team 12 moving on to this top floor area. We have Terry on his Aruni. I wonder if, let me actually check real quick. Are there any penises? Does not look like it, sadly. For shame. For shame. I expect so much.
Too many rotates to be making to make penises, I suppose.
That never stopped them on Villa.
He didn't stop him on Villa, you're right. I forgot about that.
We do. It looks like Mosey's gonna drone himself. Doesn't have the Nomad this time around, but we'll have Mac playing this position. Mac sitting at 8 and 11. Having himself a quietly solid game. You don't have to be positive to be having a solid game.
You do not.
Rybo sitting. He is going to be playing the ace this time around. Mosey is playing the Mav once again. Probably going to be making these lines once again. He's pinging it so that Mac is understanding of what's going on here. Oh, just misses the feet of, I believe that's the smoke of Yuri. Yuri is looking to get a little aggressive here. It looks like he will, and some shots will be traded, but none will connect. Yuri still wants to get aggressive, but he'll fall back. It looks like all...
Barely missing.
They both barely missed. We'll have, it looks like Terry will pick up that position to contest now as Mosey does some droning. We'll drop his drone down underneath, probably just to make sure that there's no one down in meeting waiting for him. Terry will pick up the first pick onto Mac as that nade flies. Nade won't find anyone as Mosey goes prone here, trying to find... Is there a bulletproof on Mosey?
There was a bulletproof. You can't see it. It was behind that Aruni gate.
Right. He is now making sure! Poorly timed nade there. Yuri swings. Must have heard the pin pull.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, we still have Trivsy just sitting over there. Waiting. And he'll wait, and he'll light up DNA, who's now aware of his position in Armory, as I'm sure his team will be aware of his position. DNA
He
still
still
has
does
a
have that
frag grenade.
nade.
Yeah, he still has that frag grenade, and he still also has the LMG. It looks like he's going to go for the frag nade onto Trivsy. He's not going to catch him. Trivsy getting aggressive here, but will get away with his life. Trivsy, and will take the life of DNA. This is some excellent aggression from the side of Team 12 as they blunt this offensive from Night Owls.
That is a mute jammer standing right in front of him.
That is indeed. Yuri managed to pick up another. Karma manages to break 20.
Attackers have
And Yuri will pick up another. What a game so far from Yuri.
Going all the way.
We are going all the way. Maximum overtime. Whatever, however you say it.
Maximum overdrive.
You won't ever catch me, Krabs. Not when I shift into maximum overdrive. Ah! I miss SpongeBob. I need to rewatch it.
I feel like it wouldn't be as good now.
SpongeBob?
Yeah, I just don't think it would be as entertaining.
What? You mean like currently?
Especially because, like, having watched all of it, yeah, like at our age, especially having watched like all of it, I think there's some like childhood shows I could go back and watch. I went back and I rewatched all of Adventure Time. That was
Attackers
great.
need to locate
Adventure
and
Time's,
defuse
I think,
bombs.
incredible show. Gets really dark. It's really good.
Should consider watching that. I never watched it.
See, I
So good.
personally don't agree with the notion that a show has to get dark in order for it to be good for adults.
I don't think so either. I just think that it did, and I really enjoyed that.
In fact, I'm personally getting a little sick of the fact that we're making everything dark. Why does
My family's not dark.
Okay, you know what I mean. Why does everything have to get depressing? Like all of the like I've heard all of the like quote unquote good Disney shows nowadays get really depressing.
seconds to go.
Why?
Well, I think it probably
5 seconds
started
to
with
insertion.
Marvel.
You think it started with Marvel?
I think
Attackers
so.
must locate and defuse.
Hobbs offering a nickel if they kill Karma.
My beautiful
Or at least when we're talking about like shows meant for younger audiences.
Why me? Gee, let's look at the scoreboard.
Yeah.
Why would you have a vested interest in killing me specifically? But this is the final round. It's the final countdown. Alright, well you guys are no fun.
I was talking to McKinley in Twitch chat.
That's you guys are absolutely no fun. What was McKinley saying in Twitch chat?
He said second bad take from Mythic. What are you doing?
Second. I have because I got for Christmas. I got the first 100 episodes of SpongeBob on Blu-ray.
Wow.
Yeah, and they hold up. They hold because remember, SpongeBob originally was actually supposed to be an Adult Swim show.
I mean, Jeff Cap mentioned probably some jokes that you would have missed as a kid that you can go back and, understand now. That's true. But I just don't think there would be enough to make it that good. I don't know.
Yuri picks up the kill onto Mac to start us off. Now it's down to a 4v5. That is it for Mac. He'll be sidelined for the rest of this game. Won't be coming back because there's no more rounds left. That is a very aggressive position, I believe, by... Who is that there? DNA getting real aggressive right here. If they don't drone this out, then that's going to be very problematic for the side
located
of
by
Team
attackers.
12. Mosey playing over in bunks. Rybo under.
It's actually a really depressing idea. Your deaths in this round will be your final deaths of the game.
It's something that I like think about. Sometimes whenever I'm playing Siege, the fact that this is it. If I die this round, my impact on the game is no more. As Rybo manages to make his impact heard and knocks out Hobbs. That's a good pick to snag right there. It doesn't particularly look like, though, they're going to be pushing this master side. Or they are, but they're going to be pushing for Trophy instead, unless... Oh, if DNA manages to get this pick here, that would be massive. Rybo's still underneath, hoping to be a thorn in the side of his opponents. And this is the calm before the storm. DNA... They get one! Fast diffuser down and closet. It will go to Karma. Karma will be credited with it, though, sadly, as DNA will get naded from below and picked up. I believe Terry did the nade from below. Blanket will finish off the kill, however. Now it's down to a 3v3. Karma picks up Blanket. What a shot with that SMG. Mosey picks up Yuri. This is all coming down to Terry. Scary Terry will need to pick up 3 kills. Can he do it? He picks up 1. He needs 2 more.
5 seconds to get the remaining 2 kills. He's gonna swing that attic.
Mosey
Hit
picks
side
it up.
Mosey with a prone hole kill.
That's the
What
game.
a game. Wow. Night Owls do come out of this with 2 points. And I believe
That
ties
will put
them for
to
6.
13.
Oh,
Yes.
13. No, that doesn't tie them for 6. That ties them.
Ties them for
Actually, no, that does tie them for 6th. They're in
5th.
6th place right now, aren't they?
ties them for 5th.
Yes, they have just gone past Blind Bandits and Gorbertoons.
Tied with Team Conspiracy at 5th, but Team Conspiracy does have this match now.
Team Conspiracy will have this
Blind
upcoming
Bandits
match
too.
against Blind Bandits. That is
Yeah.
correct. Oh, let me get back to the end of game screen. Hell of a game. Went all the way to maximum overtime. We'll see how this next game goes. As we said previously, it's going to be Team Conspiracy versus Blind Bandits, and that game has massive implications for the playoffs.
Absolutely.
Yeah. If this game goes in Blind Bandits' favor, all of a sudden Night Owls and Conspiracy fall behind them, as well as Gorbertoons.
That is true. We are going to cut this after section a little short because I've got to get the next game set up. We got to get everyone in. So we will see you all within like 10 minutes, give or take.
Actually, both of these teams can take 3rd place if they win in regulation.
That is true. Is that true? Blind Bandits would just tie
Take
for
3rd?
Tie. They would
No,
tie for
they would.
third.
They would.
With
No, they
third
would take
with
3rd.
15. With
They would take
15.
3rd with 15.
Oh, they have 12 points right now?
Yes.
Oh, spicy. Spicy indeed. So this is a battle for 3rd coming up with 2 weeks left.
Yeah.
God, I love Bro League. All right. We'll get back to you all as soon as possible. Bye-bye.